Good morning. We begin today's topic with the structure of a government budget. The government budget is divided into two parts. The government budget is divided into two parts. First, revenue budget, which includes revenue receipts and revenue expenditures. And second, capital budget, which includes capital receipts and capital expenditures. The budget receipts are revenue receipts and capital receipts, and the budget expenditure is revenue expenditure, and second is capital expenditure. Capital expenditure. The first product. The structure of the government budget has two parts: budget receipts and budget expenditure, where budget receipts includes revenue receipts and capital receipts, and the budget expenditure includes capital by expenditure and revenue expenditure. We talk about first budget receipts. Budget receipts. Has this been drawn? Taken down? Okay. Budget receipts refer to estimated receipts of the government from various sources during a fiscal year. They are classified as revenue receipts and capital receipts. First, revenue receipts. revenue receipts of the government revenue receipts of the government refers to those monetary receipts which neither create a liability nor lead to the reduction in assets, nor lead to the reduction in assets. The sources of revenue receipts are A. Tax revenue, B. Non-tax revenue. Coming to the first, that is tax revenue. A tax is a compulsory payment to the government without expectations of direct benefit to the taxpayers. The compulsory payment, the government without expecting any direct benefit to the taxpayer. There are two types of taxes. There are two types of taxes, direct tax and indirect tax. What is direct tax? Direct tax. If the liability to pay tax and its burden falls on the same person, it is termed as direct tax. The burden of direct tax cannot be shifted on another person. Examples: income tax, wealth tax, corporate tax, etc. Children, in this, the liability to pay the tax and its burden falls on the same person. I am earning I am responsible for paying income tax. The burden is on me. My tax somebody else cannot pay. So that is called direct tax. Now, indirect tax. What is indirect tax? If the liability to pay tax and its burden can be on different people, it is called indirect tax. The burden of indirect tax can be shifted on other people. For example, sales tax, excise duty, entertainment tax, etc. Burden is shifted on to other people. When you go to watch a movie in the theater, don't you pay entertainment tax? And everyone does that. The burden is shifted on to the next person. Okay, the burden of the indirect tax can be shifted on to the other person, whereas a direct tax, the burden and the liability of the tax remains on the taxpayer. It cannot be shifted on to anybody else. So this was talking about tax revenue. Second one is non-tax revenue. The components of the revenue receipts were of two: tax revenue, and second was non-tax revenue. In the tax revenue, we learned about direct tax and indirect tax. Now we are coming to the non-tax revenue. Non-tax receipts are those receipts which are received from the sources other than the taxes. These sources are first fees. Fees. How would you define a fee? A fee is that revenue which is paid to the government for the special service rendered by it. For example, fees for registration of marriages, fees for registration of marriages, birth and death, passport fees, court fees, etc. The first source of a raw non-revenue or non-tax revenue is fees. Second is license and permits. License and permits. These are paid in those cases where the government grants the permission of doing certain things or activities. So you need to require a license, driving license, license of any kind, a permit for any kind. You pay the government for these permissions to do certain things, to grant certain activities. This is from where they get the revenue. Third, escheat. ES, right here, ESCHEAT. 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 What is escheat? Under the right of escheat, the government may acquire the property, bank balances, etc. of the person who dies without having any legal heirs. HEIRS, waris, legal heirs, or without keeping a will. Or without keeping a will. Now there are many instances like that when a person dies and he has no legal heir. The property goes to whom then? Government takes it over. All his property, all his bank accounts, everything. If a person dies without having any legal heir or having any legal will, then the property which is taken away, that term is called escheat. So this is also a source of non-tax revenue. Fourth, special assessment. Special assessment. It is the payment made once by the owners of the properties for increase in the value of their properties due to a development activity of the government. What do you understand by this? Suppose the government has done some development activity next to your property, whatever, flyover or the airport is come next to your house, what happens? The value of your property increases, right? Will it increase or no? The area where that's come up, the area of that will increase, the property will increase. So it is a payment made once by the owners of the properties for the increase in their value of the property because of the development activity done by the government. So if any development activity is done by the government next to you, and your property with that increases, the value of your property increases, then you have to pay a once payment to the government for this increase in the rise of your property. This is called special assessment. The fifth is fines and penalties. Fine and penalties. These are those payments made for breaking a law. You are signaled by the traffic policeman. Helmet, license. What happens then? You end up paying a fine. That money also goes to the form of non-tax revenue. So any fine and penalty is a payment made for breaking a law. Next, 6, income from public enterprise. Income from public enterprises. Many enterprises are owned by the government. The government earns profit from the public sector, enterprises, and also get dividends on investment made by it. So what is the next source of revenue for the government? From its public enterprises. All the enterprises which are owned by the government earns their profit from the public sector. Okay, and also they get their dividends and investments made on it. Okay, so all public sector's income goes to the government. Next, 7th, gifts and grants. Gifts and grants. Voluntary contributions which are received by the government from the rest of the world citizens of the country and international organizations. any voluntary contribution which is received by the government from the rest of the world or from the citizens of the country or from international organization is another form of a non-tax revenue. And the last, eighth, interest. Interest is paid by the state and local governments private enterprises and the general public on loans given by the government. This is another source of the non-tax revenue. So the sources of the revenue received from the government comes from two parts: from the tax revenue, which consists of direct taxes and indirect taxes. We talked about them. And the second, it gets its revenue from non-tax revenues. And there are those 8 non-tax revenues in the form of fees, licenses and permits, escheats, special assignments, fines and penalties, income from public property, income from public enterprises, from gifts and grants, and from interest. So this is how we get the sources of the revenue receipts. Tomorrow we will take up capital receipts. Okay, revenue receipts and capital receipts. Today we done the revenue receipts. Tomorrow we will do the capital. Anyone has any queries? Any questions regarding today's topic? Anyone? No? Good. Then we'll meet again tomorrow, children. Till then, have a nice day, all of you, and be safe. Okay? We'll close down till here.